And now I give the floor to Her Excellency Mrs. Arzur Rana Dilba, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Nepal.
Thank you, Excellency. I thank Brazil for hosting this important ministerial meeting. Honorable Ministers, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, I feel deeply honored to deliver these remarks on behalf of the group of the least developed countries. Excellencies, LDCs are bearing the brunt of multifaceted crises exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic, climate change, and geopolitical tensions. The recent increase in extreme poverty, the first in over 2 decades, has hit LDCs hard. Therefore, without targeted and enhanced support, LDCs risk falling further behind, jeopardizing the global commitment to leave no one behind. We believe that the G20 can be a trailblazer in promoting inclusive growth, accelerating the 2030 agenda, enhancing global health security, leading climate action, driving digital transformation, bridging digital divides, fostering multilateral cooperation, and addressing the challenges we face. On this score, we welcome Brazil's initiatives for this meeting with a focus on social inclusion, poverty eradication, and sustainable development. Excellencies, these priorities align closely with the urgent needs of the countries in special situations, especially the LDCs and the implementation of the Doha Programme of Action, including the SDGs. We welcome Brazil's proposal to launch a global alliance against hunger and poverty. This initiative has the potential to galvanize international action on issues that disproportionately affect the LDCs. We urge G20 members to ensure this alliance prioritizes the specific needs of LDCs, particularly in areas such as agricultural productivity, food security, and social protection systems. The emphasis on sustainable development and energy transitions is also crucial for LDCs as they face significant barriers in accessing finance and technology, including AI. We call on the G20 to enhance support for LDCs in this area, including through the proposed task force for global mobilization against climate change. We appreciate Brazil's focus on reforming global financial architecture. This is a long-standing priority for LDCs, as our voices are often marginalized in key decision-making forums. We urge G20 members to support concrete reforms that enhance LDCs' representation and participation in international financial institutions and other global governance bodies. Excellencies, considering these priorities and the persistent challenges facing LDCs, I would like to highlight the following points for the G20's kind consideration. First, creating synergy between the Doha Programme of Action and the G20 initiatives is important. We call on G20 members to consider the priorities and targets of the Doha Programme of Action in context of relevant G20 initiatives. This would ensure alignment between G20 efforts and the internationally agreed roadmap for LDC's development. Second, enhancing LDC participation in G20 processes is warranted. For this, we request the establishment of a formal mechanism for LDC representation in G20 meetings and working groups, including regular invitations of the LDC chair to G20 summits. This would provide a vital platform for LDC perspectives to inform G20 deliberations and outcomes. Third, prioritizing LDC-specific financing mechanisms is crucial. We urge G20 members to support the creation of a dedicated financial facility for LDCs within multilateral development banks. This could include expanding concessional windows and developing innovative instruments to de-risk private investment in LDCs. Fourth, we must accelerate debt relief for LDCs. Building on existing initiatives, we call for a robust debt relief mechanism for LDCs through debt cancellation, as LDCs are spending more than 15% of the government revenue on debt service. This should be coupled with measures to enhance debt transparency and sustainable borrowing practices. My fifth point, is that it is incumbent upon us to boost LDC for climate adaptation and resilience by scaling up finance and technology. We recommend the establishment of a G20-led fund to support climate adaptation and resilience building in LDCs with a focus on grant-based financing and capacity building for project development and implementation as well as for loss and damage. Sixth, enhancing trade support for LDCs is a must. Excellency, on this we call on G20 members to provide duty-free, quota-free market access to all LDC products coupled with a simplified rules of origin and support for meeting product standards and regulations. This would help LDCs better integrate into global value chains and boost export revenues. The above support should continue to be provided to 15 other LDCs at different phases of graduation and graduated countries. We call for an incentives-based graduation support architecture to ensure smooth, sustainable, and irreversible graduation. Finally, as we reiterate our group's full support for Brazil's G20 presidency and its focus on building a just world and a sustainable planet, we call upon G20 members to use their collective economic and political weight to champion the cause of LDCs to ensure that no one is left behind. Thank you.